Okay, I'm live. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I felt the need to share with you a lot of insight and information that I have found, not only recently, but over a long time of research, but I keep posting these links on my Facebook page so that you can go and do the research for yourself. But I know that those videos or those documentaries can sometimes be very long and you might not have the time or interested to watch it. But this video is for you who are interested to know about technology that has not yet been disclosed. And I'm talking about aircraft. So basically what we would call UFOs. But this technology is already being used for us, the humans, since a long time ago. The information that my sources are the insiders, the whistleblowers, documentaries, unclassified documents from secret agencies, the FBI, and things like that. So basically, what I'm going to share with you is what I have heard and what I contemplate what I believe to be true, actually. Why not accept that I really believe this technology already being in place and being available to us. Okay. Without mentioning the sources that you can go and look for yourselves if you want to do your research, I'm just gonna go. The purpose of this video is basically just to share my passion with you. My passion is to research and all these things that are going on that are not in the public domain or the public knowledge, and they are actually very empowering for us to know because of many reasons. But okay, I'm just gonna go to the point and go direct to the facts. To the points of the research that have caught my attention, because I find these to be fascinating. There are crafts over there, what we would call UFOs, but okay, well, they are very actually identified. And we, the humans, already have had the opportunity to use those since a long time ago, probably the 1940s and things like that. The technology has been way more developed, but let's just go to the point of the fascination of the technology. Who cares about the politics and the cosmology of our origins that has been hidden from their true history, from our true history? Yeah. Basically all the information that we find in the schools and the universities regarding our cosmology are how do you say, not true. But okay, let's go to the crafts. The crafts, what we would call a UFO, but it's actually crafts that through the technology have the capacity, obviously, to hover and to travel through space and time. And they have the capacity to produce their own gravitational field. So they are not affected by the planet or the planet. To put it in a way that they visit, they are not affected by that. So isn't that incredible? That the technology already manages the gravitational field that your bodies, or the bodies of the beings that are inside this vessel, are totally protected within this environment, not only from gravitational forces, but also from, well, anything that comes that could come outside of their field. So it's basically that they are traveling within their own bubble of space and time, and spawning here and spawning there, in different places and in different, well, sometimes in different dimensions. I know that sounds crazy, but this is not what I want to share. The insiders and the people that have been in this craft have shared that these crafts, the way they drive these crafts is through a DNA connection, because the craft is organic. So it's like a combination of benevolent, artificial intelligence, benevolent, because there's two kinds of artificial intelligence, but the benevolent artificial intelligence and the DNA of the being that is driving the craft, or the beings that are driving the craft, who are connected telepathically. So this vessel is driving as a whole, like as a whole being. I mean, this is amazing, because even insiders, human beings that have had the opportunity to drive crafts like this, which it doesn't happen very often. Yes, they have the opportunity to be in these vessels, but the people that have had the opportunity to travel these vessels, they say that really it's a telepathic communication. So it's like you just think where you want to go, and the craft goes precisely there. I know this sounds crazy, but the crafts are organic. So they say that it's like having a pet that you have such a strong connection with, but the connection is so strong. And this craft has the capacity to go through the cosmic web and spawn in different places and planets and things like that. I find this to be fascinating. This craft, fascinating stuff, is that within itself, it has the capacity, let's say that if you are watching the craft, you're standing here and you're watching the craft, they're hovering on your backyard, for example, you see that it, let's say, is as big as your backyard, for example. So that's your perception. But the reality, or that temporal reality that these crafts have around themselves through their electromagnetic fields and technology, of course, advanced technology, is that when you go inside the craft, it looks infinite, big inside, with different rooms and things. So basically, the fascinating thing is that these crafts have the capacity to while at the same time keeping all the beings that are traveling within the vessel in one piece, as I would say, have the capacity to make themselves in our 3D reality as small or as big as they want. So it could be a mothership, for example, but through technology and because the vessel is intelligent, it has the capacity to shrink and be as little to be able to go through two branches of a tree in our 3D reality without breaking its wings. So isn't that fascinating? These crafts have the capacity, okay, they move, not only they are organic, they are connected, their DNA is connected to the beings who are driving the vessel, who all of this thing travels and works through telepathy and intention and visualization, but basically telepathy. And at the same time, they have the capacity to change the subatomic particles of itself and the beings that are within the craft without disintegrating and spawning from different atmospheric pressures or gravitational fields. I find this fascinating. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just sharing with you this craziness. All right. So these vessels. Another interesting thing that I have learned about us, the human beings, is that out there in the cosmos, our ET families kind of laugh about us like a joke, because we are such a little babies in our consciousness, in our development of our consciousness, so to speak. We are still the little babies that haven't transcended to the next density, they kind of laugh because we are a civilization that still perceives itself as living in a linear time. So anyway, time is not linear. Time is not linear. What else I wanted to share with you about technologies that have not yet been disclosed, or well, not everybody knows about this, but as I said, this is my joy of research and what I know. And if you have not had the opportunity to watch the documentaries and the things that I share on my pages and things like that, to me is fascinating that well, right now the government, the military, the governments already have the capacity to, well, besides the face recognition software that is all over the place, like in all the airports and bus stations and, well, malls, public places, Las Vegas, Walmart, really, face recognition for software in the bus stops and hidden cameras and you name it. But I'm not going to go into theories that are not conspiracy. They're actually, anyway, I'm not going to go into that. My point is that yes, the face recognition software all over the airports and everywhere is super advanced. There are cameras everywhere, but they already have the technology, and this is since a long time ago, but I'm just sharing with you guys something that probably you didn't know. And it's that they already have your vibrational frequency. So they have the technology to read your vibrational frequency, and they say that it's more detailed obviously, than the fingerprint. It's more detailed and more unique than the fingerprint because it's actually reading your energy field. So basically your intentions and everything like that. So it's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy, but from the insider that is speaking about this, he's talking about it from the positive side of view, that, for example, the officers in immigration or at the airports used to read people's energy frequency and basically know if they are bad dudes or not. And if they're bad, support. I'm just not gonna say it. That's not the point of this video, but they already have the capacity to read our energy frequency. So no matter how much we want to hide or turn off our phones so that we cannot be tracked or things like that, shit, I'm sorry. Maybe I should move like this. They already know your energy frequency. There is already the technology of, from a tissue, let's say a sample of a skin or hair or a nail or blood or whatever sample that they can take of your DNA, whether you are a human or whatever, other species or whatever, they already have the technology to, just through the sample of that tissue, no matter how small it is, replicate a 3D print of the whole figure as it was at the beginning, before it was dead. Excuse me, I need to open the door for my cat. Hold on a minute. So, fascinating, because this means that, for example, no, but it has already happened, that if you find a tissue from an ET, from an aircraft that has crashed, they can actually kind of like reverse engineer it into 3D print to make it look, and you can actually see it as it looked before it was a piece of tissue. So the good side of this thing is that the insider that is talking about this says that this is already being used by security agencies to find criminals, because if they find samples of the DNA, they can actually kind of like reverse engineer it, as I would say, or basically they already have the technology to 3D print how the person that committed the crime looks like the face. I know, I know this sounds so creepy. To me, it's fascinating. I know, guys. You take whatever, you just thank you for listening to me. I just want to share with you things that I find fascinating, of the things that are actually very possible. And if you actually don't believe in this, then at least for the sake of a fairy tale on a Friday afternoon, if you don't have anything else to do. What else? Okay. Well, really the point, let's say the spiritual for our empowerment. I guess that my main point of view, more than sharing my passion for these technologies that are available, is actually to share with you. I think I'm gonna share with you the end of my speech, and the end of my speech is to prioritize meditation. Why? Because there are forces out there that do not have the best interest for us as human species, and at the moment they are still using very advanced technology to keep us in a state of mind control, which basically produces in us feelings of lack of self-worth, feelings of depression, feelings of anxiety, feelings of compulsion to indulge into substances, things that takes us out of reality, feelings of feeling loneliness and disconnected, and feeling of feeling sick and actually being sick. This is not the natural way of our being. This is not the natural way of our state of being. We are born to thrive in health and in joy. So if we are feeling like this, it's because we are actually being targeted, and from the research and from the documentaries that I have watched and the people that have come forward with this information that actually have been their lives threatened, that they are sharing that this is actually what is happening. Those forces that are controlling the society right now, as we call it, the matrix, and they actually are like that, or we are like that. It is because it's this technology that is being transmitted to us through all the electromagnetic waves, EMF, and all these things that are coming through the Wi-Fi, through our phones, through the phone towers, through everywhere, through satellites, and everything like that is true to keep us down. So how to break out from this? First of all, by being aware that when you feel less worth or anxious or depressed, it's actually not coming from you, because it's not your state of being. So first of all, be aware of that. And how to turn it around? My suggestion is to prioritize meditation, because when we meditate, we connect to our true selves and have a direct experience of our own power. And the more we do that, the less we are vulnerable to be attacked by these energies that want to keep us down. So meditation is one of the ways, is the main way. So prioritize meditation, even if it's just 5 minutes or 10 minutes before you get out of bed. As soon as you wake up of bed, just breathe and be aware of who you are, and that you are, be grateful that you are alive and the light that you have. And just by visualizing, or the way I do it is a golden star from my heart, and surrounding myself with golden light, and just protecting myself from energies that are coming from outside. And that gives me the power to keep a lot of people away from me that do not have the best interest. There are so many energy vampires that want to come and leak your energy in so many different ways. It's amazing. And I know this is happening to you guys. Like, for example, what I am saying is that the more you meditate, for example, to make it real and grounded in this world, the more you meditate, the more you are aware for example, of friendships or people that are surrounding you that are keeping you down, that are just keeping you down. So basically the purpose of meditation is to give us a little bit of more awareness of our comfort field and who we don't want around. So meditation is my main suggestion, and other ways to raise your vibration, just to keep all the bad energy latching through your aura and your thoughts, is using essential oils. Laughter raises up the vibration a lot. Detoxifying from heavy metals, so basically you could just drink water with lemon juice or spirulina or chlorella or you can find your own way to detoxify from the heavy metals. Also, sound healing is very important, like using energy, sound frequency. It is very recommended 432 hertz because it's in harmonic frequency with the energy of the universe. You can actually reprogram your DNA through your thoughts and your intentions and frequency. It's very simple. It's all about quantum physics. Whatever you want to observe, you manifest as the creators of this reality. You can also raise your vibration by taking Epsom salt baths and sea salt baths with a little bit of lavender. You can also protect from EMF rays and all these electromagnetic fields that are affecting our behavior and our natural state of being by using orgonite. I believe that's the way you pronounce it. Today I'm gonna buy some orgonite pendants that have copper coils that actually spill out the energy of electromagnetic fields, so you are less vulnerable to be mind controlled. Basically, you want to be joyful and you want to be happy. Well, positive words, affirmation, wisdom, joy, and what else? I believe that's all I have to share with you. Just that. Don't let all energies that are outside of you to make you feel that you are less worth or anything, any negativity that you are feeling is coming from outside. So prioritize meditation. Thank you for listening. Cheers.